The City of Chico's homeless policy remains unchanged tonight after a closed session of the City Council ended with no action taken. As Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe explains, the Council is considering changes following the recent Johnson versus Grants Pass decision.
In a special closed session meeting Tuesday, the Chico City Council discussed what changes, if any, should be made to the homeless policy in light of the Supreme Court's Johnson versus Grants Pass ruling. That ruling allows the city to enforce policies that ban homeless people from sleeping on public property, whether or not alternative shelter is available. However, the ruling is not that simple for the city of Chico, which is still under the Warren settlement, requiring the city to provide ample notice before clearing out a camp and to offer alternative housing or shelter.
Chico should be thinking housing first.
About a dozen people spoke to the council before the closed session. Many offered their own ideas on solving the homeless crisis and hoping the city doesn't give up on the efforts made over the last 2 years.
I think my takeaway is we had a lot more speakers who were interested in making sure that we as a city don't regress back to criminalizing homelessness.
By criminalizing that population is equally flawed thinking. Even if you assume that people are there for a reason, they did it to themselves, it's drugs, it's alcohol, it's mental illness, and all the many other things that are said about that population, which one of those issues are easier to handle from the street? Those are issues that need stability in order to even begin to address them, and stability is housing first.
After public comment, the Chico City Council went into closed session for about an hour and a half, where they deliberated on what was next for the city. In the end,
the council was briefed, direction was provided, no formal action was taken.
Some people who spoke say they weren't surprised by the council's decision to take no action. They see it as an opportunity for the council to have more time in figuring out solutions to the homeless crisis.
I think the council could have chosen to make the wrong choice today, and they didn't. They decided to continue to deliberate. And so I think, that's definitely a positive sign, but I don't want it to make any, premature statements or assessments about, what the council is actually going to do until they actually, make a decision on this. But I think so far, at least cautiously, I would say, it's a positive sign.
Several people I spoke with plan to be at the next city council meeting to address the city's homeless crisis and the Supreme Court's ruling. The next meeting is on July 16th. In Chico, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
You may recall the City of Chico submitted an amicus brief to the U.S. Supreme Court prior to its ruling in support of Grants Pass, Oregon.